We did a whole take of this before we consulted an expert, where we jumped to a lot of conclusions that I think turned out to be right. So we're going to give you the second version of what we got after consulting an expert. So the reasonable, logical thing. And then you can hear me fly off the handle about whatever I assume everybody's angry about that turns out they're absolutely angry about. So, I am Mecca. Please enjoy the outrage that is today being triggered by Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's poster. Who are you? Why are you there?
I'm Rob off camera.
And there's about 7,000 endings. This is a very long video. This might be our premiere. Don't you go anywhere. Please enjoy. And now we have consulted an expert. I don't know where this is going to be in the middle of the video, probably somewhere. I'm doubly upset now that I'm seeing people circle the chest like that's the issue, when you can clearly see, according to our expert who uses Photoshop, has a degree in art history, knows art, human anatomy, all of the things that you need to know, said very obviously to him, I knew something was wonky on this picture. I knew it was a weird pose. It was a something. They photoshopped her head on somebody else's body. Mm-hmm. Because her head is a good 2 inches to the right of where the spine would be. Because if you see where the spine would be, it would be up about here.
Yeah. Your spine runs up from your butt to pretty much the center of your body, all the way to the neck. So,
yeah.
And according to our expert, the head is approximately 2 inches to
the right.
To her right of where her spine should be.
And it's a heavily photoshopped image to get people in some way in a pose where none of these people were even there. This is like an artist rendition, isn't it? Don't you think?
I'm not sure, but
is this a drawing or a Photoshop?
The left shoulder here is longer, according to our expert, than the right shoulder. It just looks. It looks
like an amateur.
It looks out of proportion, and there's more evidence it's Photoshop. Look, I mean,
Everybody
Pratt
looks
here
awful.
is clearly inserted.
Well, I don't think we need evidence that it's Photoshopped. I think the big question is, what's the bigger atrocity here? Because we keep seeing in every one of these Twitter threads, this is what they're highlighting, is the chest that the problem is.
Well,
and
there's other problems.
There's other problems in this. There's not just that. And I think my initial assessment still stands of, like, I'm not watching anybody else's videos on this. I'm just going by a couple of tweets where these are circled, and I'm jumping to conclusions here that's what people's problems are going to be.
If I had to guess, because of scheduling and everything else, they couldn't get everybody into a studio to do a photo shoot. So
I bet they don't even bother trying to. They just probably say, well, do we have a scene of all of them kind of together in the same pose? No. Well, we'll take a couple of them together over here. We'll take like these two, and then do we have this guy? Do we have Drax? Okay, there's Drax. Groot. Oh crap, Nebula. Where's Nebula? And then they grab her, Photoshop her in, draw her in. This almost looks more like a drawing, doesn't it?
It does look heavily edited, almost as if it's a painting or a drawing or something.
They use that filter to make it look like a paint. But whether she either slimmed down or was just badly photoshopped to look like this, it's not the chest that's the problem, guys.
This whole picture is just terrible.
Because I'm just leaving to conclusions based on what I see in the tribes. Because the tribe and the ring and the talking points that I'm not being paid to say are going to say, oh, they're normalizing biting of chest. They're defeminizing and desexualizing, which is literally the opposite of what this argument is. And
they said that they were saying that one was too feminine.
Yeah, they were saying it was too feminine. Now they're saying the opposite because that's the big talking point that keeps going around the internet. So if that is the case, hopefully my colleagues that I'm yelling at on Twitter here via video are going to point out similar things and are not going to jump to the stupid tribe reasons, but I'm jumping to conclusions myself, so if that's not the case, then I apologize. I am Mecca.
I am Rob, and I say if Disney's has a good art department as they claim they would. How does this get out into the wild like this?
I think that's really the bigger point of this is like just their art department's crap.
This is so bad.
Their art department's crap. You've got Ant-Man and the Wasp getting what?
Lambasted, 45%, I think.
Oh, is it 45% now?
I think it was 45%.
Oh, holy crap. So I think people are just so completely losing interest in Marvel that...
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll probably cut down a little yelling just in case. But at the same time, if this is what they're really mad about...
This is a bad poster. How does this get out into public? I mean, nobody... Well, then again, remember that really bad Eternals poster?
Oh yeah, the Eternals poster was bad.
The Eternals calendar?
They're just bad now. They're bad now. So what's there before the surgery? They are going that way. So yeah, shame on you if you're going that direction. For crying out loud.
Well,
no boobs. See, they are mad about that. They are. All the NPC Twitter is mad about the boobs thing. Okay, so Pot, let me introduce you to the people who are exactly like you. The people who were mad when she had them. And yeah, so... Alright, my original take is perfectly valid. What realistically happened for people who want logic and reason, it is a bad drawn or heavily edited or filtered Photoshop where they slim her down, flatten her out, and make all of the NPCs get rewarded with their little endorphins by going, gee, they're transitioning her to a him.
This is a bad poster. I collect movie posters, or I did it one time. This is a bad poster.
The Lost Boys is a good poster. This whole entire Nebula situation is being run amok all through the internet today, yesterday. This is what they're complaining about. They're complaining that Nebula was all hot and curvy and an over-exaggerated Wonder Bra picture designed to accentuate her curvaceousness. And now that she's just kind of thrown on some jeans and a t-shirt and posing very unflatteringly, now it's some great agenda. Now it's some great movement to race women and normal. No, it's not. It's an unflattering pose in a day and age where everybody's going to complain about everything. And a few years ago, people were saying, why is she in a tube top? Why is she in a tank top? Why is she dressing like that and provocatively? Remember a few years ago? Oh, do we have that one pulled up? Remember when everybody was upset how she looked there?
Yeah.
And now this is just the other side of the spectrum. They have to be upset by something. Everybody's outraged by everything. And... This was the picture.
Even that's not that accentuated.
Everybody was very upset by that on the other side of the aisle. Now everybody's upset that, oh gee, her chesticles are lower than, or less prominent than, apparently. Jumanji costume promises there is a reason behind it. I'm showing too much. So she can't show too much skin. She can't show not enough skin. Somebody's gonna complain, and I'm kind of getting tired of the complaining just for the complaining's sake. Because we see this, and they're clearly circling this as problematic for the tribe to be upset by. Look what they did. They squashed her down, be outraged. Look, she's posed weird in a not flattering sort of pose where everybody's not flattering and wearing. Oh my God, they're really mad about this?
Yes,
they're really mad about this. They're really mad. Well, we used to call out the stupid, ridiculous people being mad at the internet, and I'm still doing it. Gary, do better. Stop being mad about stupid crap. Everybody in this thread, do better. For crying out loud. WTF, this is you being an outrage queen right now. This is you being an outrage drama queen. And I am so sick and tired of it. I will give you something to complain about if you really want something to complain about. Complain about everything other than... But no, this is just making up something to be mad about, exactly the same as what they did with Jumanji. This is the other side of the aisle. And you know, I as a woman, let me give you the real perspective here. It's an unflattering pose. It might not even be her. It might be her head or on somebody else's body entirely, like a guy for all we know. When you bring your arm up, it's kind of going to squish them back and make them less pronounced. It looks like she lost a little bit of weight too in between movies. Maybe that's not a dig or one way or another, but she is a very slim model build actress. And this is from 6 months ago when they were filming the film. She probably lost a couple of whatever, the DoorDash and stay home and order DoorDash diet that we were all on in 2020. Yeah. So she probably slimmed down a little bit, and people are upset because this is when she was literally filming it. That's her literal body. That's her actual body.
Well, she's very tall.
She's 5'11". She's very svelte, very slim, very attractive. Don't get me wrong, I would love to look like her. Don't get me wrong. However, being upset using her natural body type in a less than flattering pose is just literally turning these people into the exact same reeing crazy social justice warrior types that complained when her outfit was too controversial, too low cut, it's literally the same thing. And if is this an okay opinion to have, or is this going to cost me subscribers at this point?
As a woman, I think you have a right to complain.
As a woman, I have a right to complain.
I mean, if not you, who?
If not me, who? I don't know. If not me, well, clearly, bearded men know a lot more about a woman's physique than I, but, I'm sure everybody's just going to be busy telling other people how to raise their kids who don't have it. And no, this isn't a dig directly at Gary. This isn't a dig directly at... It's at the group think where everybody has to be outraged all the time at everything. And when you have people who are addicted to the outrage, especially addicts...
I'm a rageaholic.
People who are addicted to outrage tend to replace one addiction with another thing, don't they, Rob?
Yes, they do.
Especially anybody who knows anything about anything like that. And when you see this sort of addictive behavior where they go from one outrage to the next, to the next, to the next, it's really easy to see it as it is. It's outrage addiction, plain and simple. People are mad to get attention because it gets clicks. It gets them noticed. It gets them published and now the pendulum is shifting to where people are tired of the complaining on the other side now. So maybe I'm doing the exact same thing by being the outraged of the outrage of the outrage, right?
You're outraged.
I'm outraged at the outrage.
Yeah, your outrage of the outrage is outrageous, I guess.
And it is truly outrageous. And Zabu, do you have anything to add?
Meow.
No?
Meow,
Yeah.
meow, 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 meow.
He's walking away. He's just going to walk away and climb up the box and look out the window instead of using the $200 cat tree.
Oh, I wish I was him right now.
Because then, if you were him, you wouldn't have to pretend to be outraged without fear of being canceled by the outrage mob. Because that's really what's going to be. That's going to be what happens, is people are going to be more mad at me for pointing out this than at the people who are literally doing the exact same thing as when people were mad that her costume was too revealing in Jumanji. So now it's not revealing enough. And this is why studios say all fandoms are toxic and they think we're all the same no matter which side you complain at. Because if you hear enough of it, you end up being the parent who just wants the kids to stop arguing in the back seat.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, just watch the movie or not, shut up. That's what the studios are saying, by the way. I am Mecca.
I'm Rob, off camera.
My birthday's tomorrow. I would like it to be a happy one. Bye.
Yes. Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye. I think we've ended this video 17 times now. Bye.
It's like Spinal Tap. We got 100 fake endings. And we're back with another fake ending. No.
And here's what really happened, though. But here's what really happened.
And yet another fake ending.